Hello students, in last class we have studied about the magnet and the concepts related to the magnets, that is type of magnets and how can we produce the magnetic field by the help of the magnet as well as the current. This we have discussed later in this class, and in last class as we have studied about the magnets, magnetic field and the magnetic field around a bar magnet, how the magnetic field changes if you are taking the two magnets near close to each other by the same faces or the opposite face. This all we have done in last class, and today we are going to study about the sources of the magnetic field and how can we produce the magnetic field in different sources. And the first one is a natural magnet or artificial magnet, and we have studied about in last class, that is how can we produce the magnetic field using the natural magnet or the artificial magnet. And the second source is a current carrying conductor, straight conductor or circular conductor, or it may be a solenoid. What is straight conductor? You already have the shape in mind, that is straight means straight, and that means if you are taking a wire which is straight in nature. Circular, that is it we are converting that wire into the form of the circular loop. Now the new term is solenoid, and we will discuss it about later in this class. And the next is a moving charge, and changing electric field can also generate the magnetic field. Let's take the three or the all sources one by one. And the first source is magnetic field due to a current carrying straight conductor. That means here you are going to use a straight wire, and with the help of straight wire in which current is flowing in a given direction, you will see how the magnetic field varies. Here you can see the straight wire. In this straight wire the current is flowing from lower to upward direction, and again the second situation, again straight wire and the current is flowing from upward to lower direction. Here the upward direction and here the downward direction of the current. Now we have to see the magnetic field, and you can see over here the magnetic field around the straight conductor is in the form of concentric circular loops. This is the magnetic field, and here also, but the direction of the magnetic field changes. Here the direction is anti-clockwise and here the direction is clockwise. Why anti-clockwise and clockwise? We will discuss it about later. Let's see on what factors the magnetic field around a straight conductor depends. Here the variables are, first one is current. That means magnetic field depends directly on the current. If the strength of the current increases, magnetic field also got increased. And the second factor is the distance. You can see over here the magnetic field, if the closer to the conductor, the strength of the magnetic field is higher, but as we move, the distance of the two magnetic field lines also got increased. That is, magnetic field lines of a straight conductor inversely depends on the distance from the wire. If the distance got increased, magnetic field got decrease. Clear, students? Okay, now let's see. For a current in upward direction, the direction of the magnetic field is anti-clockwise, and for a current carrying straight wire in downward direction, the magnetic field direction is clockwise. Why it is so? And for that direction of the magnetic field, we use a rule that is called as right hand thumb rule. Here we will take the thumb as the direction of the current of a right hand. So let's see how the right hand works. Okay, suppose this is our right hand. In this we can take our right hand in this situation and also in this situation. If this is the first situation, here the current is flowing from lower to upward direction, and in this situation current is flowing from upward to lower direction. Clear, students? Now let's see the direction of the magnetic field in first situation, as the thumb is showing the direction of the current. Yes, thumb is showing the direction of current from lower to upward direction. Okay, then the curl of the finger, these are the curls. You can see over here, this is the straight hand, and if we will turn out like this, then the curls, it becomes curls. Then these curls will give the direction of the magnetic field. Thumb is giving the direction of the current and the curls are giving the direction of the magnetic field, and you can see here this is the direction of the anti-clockwise. Clear, students? Now put your hand in this situation, and the current is flowing from upward to direction, lower direction, and the curl, that is the magnetic field direction, is clockwise. Clear, students? Okay, this is the right hand thumb rule. Here in diagram also you can see that we have put our thumb direction as the direction of the current, then the curl direction is giving the direction of the magnetic field, and this is anti-clockwise direction. Again, so in second situation of the right hand, we have taken the current direction from upward to lower direction, and the direction of the magnetic field is given as clockwise. Clear, students? This is all about the current carrying conductor, that is the magnetic field around a straight current carrying conductor. Now second source of the magnetic field was circular loop. That means if we are bending our straight wire in the form of a loop, then how the magnetic field lines varies. Here you can see that here we have the straight wire and we have converted it in form of loop. This is the loop of that straight wire. Now we'll see the magnetic field lines. Suppose the direction of the situation is, this is the north pole and this is the south pole, and the magnetic field lines are going, as you know, that from north pole to the south pole. Here from north they are emerging out, and to the south they are merging out, and this way we have forming the magnetic field lines. For this point of particular wire also, magnetic field lines are going from north to south. Clear, students? And by using the right hand thumb rule, we can deduce the direction of the magnetic field at any point of the circular loop. At center, if you want to see, let's see the conclusion about the direction and about the magnetic field strength. If you want to calculate the magnetic field at the center, then the direction of magnetic field lines is perpendicular to the plane of the coil. Whatever the plane of the coil, direction of magnetic field line is perpendicular to that, that is along the axis of the coil. And if you want to calculate the magnetic field within the coil, then the field lines will be in the same direction. Clear, students? It is directly outward for anti-clockwise, as we have discussed earlier, and flow of current while inward for clockwise flow. If the current is flowing outward, it is anti-clockwise, and if it flowing inward, then it would be a clockwise. Clear, students? Now we will calculate on what factors magnetic field depends, and the first factor is current. Second factor is number of turns. Here we have taken a single turn of the circular loop, and if we will take a number of turns instead of using single turn, then the magnetic field strength increases. And the third situation is as the distance we have discussed earlier. So if the current increases, magnetic field in a circular wire got increased. If the number of turns increases, again magnetic field increases. And the third one is if the distance increases, magnetic field decreases. Next we will conclude from here. Here we have written as north and as here south. Now you must have a question why we have written here north and south while in last we haven't write as such. So let's calculate the polarity of the coil, because you know that for a magnet working there should be two poles, one is north pole and south pole, and if we are studying the magnetic field around a circular coil, there must be the poles of the magnet, that is north pole and south pole. Here is the first north pole and this is the south pole. Now we'll see how. Suppose the direction of the current is clockwise, then we have discussed here the magnetic field would be perpendicular and how inward. So the polarity would be south pole. And if the direction of the current is anti-clockwise, again the magnetic field would be perpendicular, but in this case it would be outward and the pole will act as north pole. Clear, students? Now next we will calculate the unit of the magnetic field. The SI unit of the magnetic field is Tesla, or you can say Weber per meter square or Newton second per coulomb per meter, and the CGS unit is Gauss. Here you can give the two relation between the Gauss and the Tesla, and one Gauss is 10⁻⁴ Tesla. Okay, students, I hope you have got these two topics. We will come again with the next two topics. Bye. Goodbye.